Hello viewers, you are welcome to the maiden edition of Graphics Sports Folder. We call it GS Folder for short. It's a program specially designed by Graphics Sports Online to bring you nothing but the best of news, views, interviews, and exclusive content on Ghana sports. Today we have two segments on the program. The first segment will be a special feature on some of our best boxers in the country. I'm talking about our reigning champion, lightweight champion, IBF lightweight champion, Richard Comey. And we have an expert, boxing expert in the studio who is going to talk about him, his preparations for his upcoming fight against Teofimo Lopez. We also have the same expert talking about the preparation being made by our former world champion, Isaac Dogboe, to come back. We now know that he has a new trainer, Freddie Roach, of the United States, and he's going to feed us on in the latest in camp from Dogboe's angle. And finally, we are also going to hear from him about Ghana's preparation towards the African Games. And we have with us to help us with the first segment, which is going to be on the lesser known sports, as we call it in Ghana. And it's no other person than Bernard Nikwe, an enterprising sports journalist on the Graphics Sports still. You're welcome.
Thank you.
How is everything?
Everything is okay, sir.
Okay. I'm honored to have you on the program.
Thank you.
This program is supposed to give Ghanaians their very best. And we want to make it the reference point of Ghana sport online. So you are here and viewers are listening to you. What do you have for us from the camp of Richard Comey?
Okay, from the camp of Richard Comey, we all know Richard Comey won his IBF lightweight title by beating Issa Shanel. That was in February. He was able to defend it against Raymond Bertrand and is mandated to make his second defense against Teofimo Lopez by the end of the year. So Comey, I was speaking to Comey, and Comey was hopeful that he wants to put in the best of preparation so that he will be able to make a successful title defense. He also wants to shock the world because if he's able to defeat Teofimo Lopez, he will be fighting Lomachenko. We all know Lomachenko is the WBA and the WBO lightweight champion. So there will be a unification should Comey win the title, and he's looking forward to that. He hopes that he can shock the world by beating Lomachenko and making a statement for himself. And secondly, we talk about Isaac Dogboe. We all know Isaac Dogboe. He lost consecutively to Emmanuel Navarrete, and he's looking forward to coming back stronger. He's now teamed up with famed boxing trainer Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach, we all know, has brought up Manny Pacquiao. He was instrumental. He also coached the likes of Mike Tyson. He also coached the likes of Oscar De La Hoya. So we all know Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach is one of the best in the sport. He's teamed up with him, and Freddie Roach has promised that he will make Isaac one of the best featherweights in the world.
Before we go to the African Games, we were talking about, let's start from Isaac Dogboe. Do you think moving up in weight from the bantamweight to the featherweight is going to help him?
Yeah, personally,
as the structure.
Yeah, Isaac was boxing in featherweight. Like he was when he started his career, he was a featherweight boxer. I remember his fight with Neil John Tabakau. He fought in the featherweight division. He won, but with his body structure, he was advised to move down to super bantamweight. That was how come he came to super bantamweight and was able to win the world, to become a world champion. But he himself said in his last fight with Navarrete that he thinks his body structure is not helping him. He's finding it difficult to make the weight, so he feels he should move up in weight. And Freddie Roach, as a staunch, as a very good, one of the best trainers in boxing now, I believe he can make him one of the best at featherweight with the right mentoring.
If Dogboe was struggling in the bantamweight with all his frame, what is the guarantee that when he moves to the featherweight he's going to do better? Because he's challenged in height as well as in reach.
Yeah, Freddie Roach was speaking about something like that. He said, watching Isaac Dogboe's fight, like his last fight with Navarrete, he realized that Isaac had a bad defense and as well as like he couldn't deal with, like technically he couldn't deal with the height and reach of. But if he gets a trainer, a very good trainer who can be able to work on those aspects, he'll be able to come back as a trainer. So we all know the capabilities of Freddie Roach. So let's give it a try. Isaac was once, as I said, he was once boxing at featherweight, so it wouldn't be a new challenge to him. Let's wait and see. They have a 4-year contract. What I know, they have a 4-year contract, and let's see if Freddie Roach can indeed make him one of the best at featherweight.
I think it's a refreshing news for Ghanaians, especially where Freddie Roach is known for making such world champions like Manny Pacquiao, Chavez, and the other one.
Mike Tyson and all.
Mike Tyson. So can Ghanaians go to bed and hope that we are going to have another championship belt, world championship belt from?
Yeah, I think we all know Isaac. Isaac Dogbe is a very good boxer. No one can take that from him. Right from his start, you could see he has the potential. But I think he's lost 2 consecutive fights. In his last 2 fights, he's lost. So he needs to have some confidence back. So I think he will need some contests to build him up. And I think he will be fighting at least 2 or 3 more fights before trying like a world title shot. If it will depend on his next 2 or 3 fights. If he's able to win all those fights, I think it will boost his confidence. And I believe Isaac can make a statement. He can come back stronger and become a world champion again.
Let me also ask this. After his last fight, when he lost for the second time to Navarrete, we were told by his father or from his camp that he was going to go back to school. What happened to that?
I think for now the camp is putting the school on hold. Even though the father was speaking out of emotions, he just decided to put.
He was dazed by the.
Yeah. They were not expecting that defeat. The father felt he put everything on for him to reclaim his title, but he couldn't work. Navarrete was too strong for him. So I think what matters most is coming back. He needs to work hard. If he's to, because the featherweight is very tough. The featherweight is very, very tough. As in boxing, as you move up, it becomes tougher. So he needs to be tough in order to become a world champion at featherweight.
Like Azuma is.
Yes, Azuma will tell you that boxing you have to be tough.
Okay, so let's come back to Richard Comey.
Yeah, Richard is like.
Is he resting now or still?
Yeah, he's in the country like on vacation. He's on vacation now, but he will be moving back to the States as soon as possible, and they are looking forward to just signing up the contract with Teofimo. They are mandated to fight Teofimo, but the contract is signed against Memano Bertrand. They are mandated to fight the winner of Teofimo Lopez and Nakatami Masayoshi, and Teofimo won that fight unanimously. So automatically becomes a mandatory challenger to Richard Comey's title. He cannot run away from it. They are mandated to fight him by the end of November. So let's say by the close of the year, Richard will make his second defense against Teofimo Lopez.
Okay, we wish him the best. And viewers, this is to tell you that on Wednesday, all things being equal, we are going to host Richard Comey, the only world champion of Ghana currently, the IBF lightweight champion. We're going to host him in the studio with his manager on Wednesday. So make a date and join us Wednesday 12 to 1 p.m. Let's now move on to the African Games, Ghana's preparation. We've been hearing a lot of negative stories about and the issues keep coming up. Only last week, some of the federations threatened to go on demonstration simply against the International Games Committee for cutting down on the list of some of the sports. Meanwhile, those athletes are supposed to have qualified for the games. What give us some details about
the ICGC, the International Games Committee, they are the ones handling the preparation and Ghana's participation at the African Games. They had a press conference and they stated over there that they will be taking 17 disciplines to the competition, like the African Games.
Initially, I had 18, which have been reduced to 12.
Yes, it said 17. Initially, 17. The chef de mission, Reverend Richmond Kwaku, announced that we'll be taking 17 disciplines to the African Games. Their reason being that over the years, they've been taking so many disciplines, and they end up coming home like empty-handed and all that. So they wanted to be sure which discipline they can take over there and come back with medals. So that informed their decision to go with 17. As it stands now, we are hearing so many like it's been dropped, and all, like they are now talking about 12, 13. So others are saying 14. We don't know because the chef mentioned and then the National Sports Authority and GOC, they've not made anything official now. We are waiting to hear. But all I can say is that I spoke to the coach of the national amateur team, that's the Black Bombers, coach of Oyasari, and he disclosed that he noted that they will be going with 10 boxes, 8 male and then 2 female. The female, he mentioned Abigail Porte, and then he mentioned one Ghanaian US-based athlete in the States. In the name of Onelia Sato.
So for the first time, Ghana is going to present
two female boxers. And with the eight male athletes, he spoke about Jesilati. We all know Jesilati's prowess. Yeah. We all know Wahid Umar and all those guys. And those guys will be participating. Like they will be among of the 8 male athletes. And he believes with Umar and Jesilati making editing, he's hopeful that they will be winning more than a single medal at the games.
US Jesilati was the only medalist at the last Commonwealth Games, so he's the person he's referring to. And as we take him to the All African Games now, it used to be called All African Games, it's now known as African Games. We hope that we'll come home with some medals. Is that is all you have for us? Or
yeah, that's what I have from the Bombers. But we are hoping to get an information from almost all the federations, their preparations, and then what Ghanaians should expect from them. As you know, Ghana will be hosting the African Games in 2023.
Yeah.
So we are looking forward to helping using this competition, like the African Games in Rabat, Morocco, as a preparatory ground for us to host the 2023. We hope that we can give our athletes the best of exposure, so that when we come back, when we host it, we can win more laurels for the country.
Thank you very much. US, that was Bernard Nikwe, a graphic sports reporter, graphic sports and graphic online reporter, who briefed us on the preparations being made by Ghana towards the African Games, as well as news from the camp of Ghana's world champion Richard Comey and the former champion Isaac Dogo. Thank you, Bernard.
Welcome.
We hope that on Friday we will get more news on the lesser sports.
Yes.